Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now in this video we are going to look at a very easy level question. This is a very easy level question, but we will be looking at the optimized solution here. And for the sake of the beginning, right, this is just the beginning. We are starting with the medium level question, so we'll also be looking at the easy approach, that is the brute force approach, and after that we will look into the optimized approach. Okay, so let's get started with the question first, and let's understand what the question is all about. So basically, we are given a string. Let's take for example the first question, the first problem that we are given, that is 1, 1, and 0. So this is the string that we are given. Okay, and 1 represents a ball, and 0 represents an empty space. Okay. So what we have to do here is that we have to count for like how many steps it will take for each position, such that all the balls available will be moved here. Okay, so right now we have 3 conditions. Okay, first condition, we need to move all the balls to 0th position. Next is all the balls to the first position, and then the second position. So how are we going to do that? So this is the index, let's say 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so to move, so right now at 0th position we already have 1 ball. Okay, and another ball we have is at first position. To move the ball at first position to 0th position, we have to make a move of 1 position to the left. Okay, so that's going to take like 1 position, and all the balls are now so this will become like 2, 0, 0. Okay, all the balls are in the first position. Okay, for the second one, the same thing. We have already a ball at first like index 1, and we need to move the ball at index 0 to index 1, right? So that is also going to take 1. Okay, and this will look like 0 to 0. All the balls that are at middle index. The last one is that we don't have any balls here. Okay, so we'll have to move the remaining 2 balls at this position. So the first index, that's going to take 1 position. Okay, and the ball at the 0th index, that's going to take 2 position. So first we will travel from here, and then from here to here. Okay, so that's going to take like 2. So total we'll have to make 3 moves, and this 1, 1, 3, this is our final answer. We need to return this. Okay, now how are we going to follow with regards to the solution? So the brute force approach, that's going to be really simple. So 1, 1, 0. Okay, we'll have like so we'll have like a nested loop. Okay, outer loop, that will be I, and then we'll have inner loop, that is J. Okay, and we'll check like this is I, this is J. So first thing that we need to take care is that both the indexes should be different. Okay, if I is equals to J, that means it is already there. The ball is already at that position, so we need to do anything here. So first condition that we need to check is I not equals to J. Okay, and the second condition that we need to check is that the ball, the boxes at J, that should be equals to 1. Okay, that means it has that ball. Okay, if that is the case, that means we will move that position, because if it is 0, okay, then we don't have to move anything from this box to here at the 0th position. Only we have to move when we have 1. Okay, so this will be like we'll add it to our result array, result I, that is going to be, will add, not simply equals to, because if you see here, we are moving this also and this also. Okay, so that is going to be 1 plus 2. Okay, what we'll add is that absolute value, because we are not sure like whether I is going to be, the ith index is going to be great or jth index is going to be great. Okay, so absolute value of I minus j, that means 1 1 0. Okay, this is 0 1 and 2. So absolute value of 2 minus 0, that is 2, and then we have to plus, okay, and absolute value of 2 minus 1, that is 1. So this will give us 3. So almost the pseudo code is available here. Now if you want to start with the coding, you can go ahead and continue with the coding, try it yourself. Okay, otherwise I'll code this, okay, and we'll look into it. So let's get started with the code here. So first thing that we require is our final result array. Okay, let me, yeah, that's better. Result is new int, okay, boxes dot, okay, this is length and it is string. That's why we need to write parentheses as well. Now our nested loop, that is going to be, first is our outer loop, that will be boxes dot length, okay, and then we have our inner loop. Okay, so that is going to be jth loop, okay, again box dot length j plus plus. Okay, now we have to check the two conditions here. If first was that I should not be equals to j, and the second was that boxes at that particular index, sorry, at that particular index it should be 1. Okay, only in that case we'll have at index I plus equals what? Absolute value of I minus j. Okay, let me move it here. Yeah, bit better. Okay, let me move it here only. Okay, now it's better. Now the condition is done, the loops are done, we are completely ready with our result. So let me return this and submit this. Okay, so it's done, but as you can see, this is a very bad algorithm because this is taking n square of time. Okay, because we are doing a nested loop, like we are going through the loop in a nested manner. Okay, so this is not very ideal one. So let's jump into the brute force approach. Let me remove this. Okay, we'll be needing this result, so I'll keep that. Now the brute force approach, I'm sorry, the optimized approach. Okay, optimized approach. So for this, what we are going to do is that we are going to follow 2-pass. 2-pass is nothing but we pass through the array twice, as the name says, but not in a nested manner. Okay, so how this works, if you are aware of, if you have been preparing for interviews and everything, you would have come across a problem called product of array except self. Okay, that is one of the classic examples of 2-pass. Okay, so I will recommend that you look at, on that question after this, so you try to solve that problem using this optimized solution that I'm going to show you. There will obviously be some minor tweaks on that solution, but you can work around. So how are we going to solve this? So first, since this is the string we are given, okay, since we have to travel from one box to another in case of where there is one, okay, so we'll make sure to remember that how much we have traveled. Okay, this is the first thing. Second thing that we require is that the number of ones that we have encountered. Okay, so why I'm saying that encountered, because in the first pass we'll be remembering the number of ones that are left to that particular position. So at this position we have 0 ones, okay, at this position we have 1 ones, okay, at this position we have 2 ones, okay. Similarly, this is the first pass, okay. At the second pass, we will remember the number of ones that we have seen on the right side of that index, okay. So on the right side of this we have 0, on the right side of this we have again 0, on the right side of this we have 1, okay. So this is how it's going to be. But if you will see here, we have to not remember exactly the ones, okay. We have to take care of the position it has traveled, okay, because we need to move these positions, okay. We need to move this to this place, this to this position, okay. So for that we will have to write an additional thing. What it will be, I will show you in the code, okay. So let's jump right away over there and let's get started with the code. I hope this was easy for you to understand, okay. That's the main skeleton of the whole solution. So first pass, so first thing we need is that our two variables, that is we are going to travel and we are going to remember the ones, okay. So the first thing, we'll go through our boxes dot length I, okay. So in the first pass we remember two things. First is going to be our travel, that is going to be plus equals to ones, okay. How, let me show you here. Let me remove all this. So 1 1 and 0, and let me first write the whole thing and then I will explain, okay. So now the next thing that we have is that we need to store this travel that we have done in our array, like the result, okay. So what we'll do is result at I plus equals to travel, and the last thing that we need to remember is that we need to check if our boxes dot character at I, if that is equals to 1, then we need to increment our ones. Now how is this going to work? So let's go through the first pass. We have written the first pass, okay. So we'll go make a little walkthrough here. So in the first pass, what we are going to have, this is going to be equals to ones, and in the second position we are checking result at ith index plus equals to travel, and lastly we are checking if one found. In that case, ones plus plus. So how is this going to work? Let's see here. So let me write here travel, and we have ones, okay, and we have our result, okay. So right now this, both of these are 0, okay. First condition, travel plus equals 1, travel plus 1, that is 0, okay. Second condition, result at I plus equals to travel, result at I, this is 0 right now, 0 plus 0, this is going to be 0, okay. Now did we find a 1 at this index? Yes. So we'll increment this. That's it, our first loop is done, okay. Like the first walkthrough in the loop, in the first loop is done, okay. And now let's go ahead again. The first step, travel plus equals 1, so travel 0 plus 1, that is 1, so we have 1 here. Result at index I plus equals to travel, this is 0 right now, 0 plus equals to travel, travel is 1, so this is going to be 1. Similarly, did we find 1? Yes, so we'll increment this once, so this is going to be 2 now, okay. Now again, first step, travel plus equals 1, 1 plus 2, that is going to be 3. Result at I index I plus equals to travel, this is 0, 0 plus travel, 3, okay. If one's found, did we find? No, this is going to be remain as it is, okay. So after this first pass, we have this result, okay. So let me write it down over here somewhere. Okay, not, let me write it down here. First pass result, that is going to be 0, 1 and 3. Okay, now we are going to do the exact same thing in our second pass as well. Exactly same thing, no difference. Even in the code you will see, only difference is going to be is that in the first pass we are going from left to right, in the second pass we are going to go from right to left. Okay, so this is going to be like I is equal to boxes, that is the -1, I greater than equal to 0, I minus. Okay, and I will simply copy this whole thing. Okay, it's that simple. And before submitting this, if you will see here, we have created this travel and once as outside the for loop. Okay, so the value that we have changed in these variables, after the for loop they are going to remain like that only. Okay, the values that we have changed, it is going to be changed value, it will not be converted to 0. So we need to change that to 0, because again we are going for a fresh start. Okay, we are looking for ones to the right of that particular index. Okay, so how is this going to work? Let's go walk through here. Let's do a walkthrough here. So this is going to be a result. Okay, so again the same steps are going to be repeated, but in the backward manner, in the reverse order. Let me write it 1, 1 and 0. So travel and ones, both of them are 0 right now. Travel plus equals ones. Okay, that's fine. So this is going to be 0. Result at index I, we are at the last index, remember. So this is going to be like this, we are at the last index. That is going to be plus equals to travel. What is the last index in the first pass? Okay, that is 3. 3 plus 0, that's going to be 3. Okay, did we find a 1? Did we find a 1? No, it is 0, so it's going to be remain 0. Again, travel plus ones, like once was 0, 0 plus 0, that is going to be 0. Result at I, this is going to be plus equals travel. Okay, so this is going to be 0 plus 1, that is 1. Okay, now did we find a 1? Yes, so let's increment this. Travel is equals to plus equals 1, so that is 0 plus 1, that is 1. Result at index I, that is going to be plus equals travel. So result at index I is 0, plus equals travel is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1. Okay, and now we have found a 1, so let's make it 2, it doesn't matter. So our final answer is over here. Okay, this is our final answer. That's it. It is really that simple. It's you try it yourself. You try to do a walkthrough on different kind of examples by taking different strings and all that. Okay, and so you will understand it much better way. Okay, let me submit this. So as you can see from the extreme right side of our solution, we have come to extreme left side of our solution. So it's like, if you'll see the solution that I submitted earlier, we were here. Okay, that was 466 ms, and now we are here like around 10 ms. Okay, so yeah, so this was the time complexity. Yeah, so time complexity is going to be O big O of n for this optimized solution. Okay, if we include constant, that is going to be big O of 2n, because we are going through the loop twice. Okay, big O of n plus big O of n, that is going to be big O of 2n, but since we ignore the constants, we can say that it is big O of n. Okay, so I hope you understood this and liked this video and learned something new. Okay, and I would again suggest that you go and watch, or you try to understand the question, product except self. Okay, that is really good example to get started with this two pass problems or solutions. Okay, that is going to be helpful for a lot of things going forward. Okay, so yeah, I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep coding.